I'm a dishwasher now. You didn't know? Yeah. Call me Javier. That's good. That's good enough for me. I mean... I had to go down to the school the other day to pay for something. I don't know. Something that we were supposed to pay for months ago. Yes. Great parents. My wife comes up to me. I just get in from work. You understand? It's like, as soon as I open up the door, like, what does an alarm go off? Sucker's here! Sucker! You gotta go down to the school and pay for this. I'm like, how, what? It was like a field trip or something. I couldn't be a field trip right now, right? I don't know what it was. I had to pay for something. So I'm like, guys, I got news for you right now. I don't got time for this. I just don't have time for it. I got a muffler hanging off the car. I got the bathroom light fixture. Now, my wife, we have this bathroom light fixture. It's got 3, like, bulbs. It's got 3. It has 3 now because 2 of them out of commission because I broke them. Yes. There's 5 lights in the bathroom, okay? And they have a glass, I don't know how to say it, glass shades. So one of them was wiggly. Why that would bother anybody on planet Earth, I don't know. But it bothers my wife. It never moves. You'll never see it move. It's not like you walk in the bathroom and it's like... Da, 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 da. It only moves if you touch it. And nobody touches it. You have to tighten that. You have to tighten that. That's the big emergency right now. You have to tighten that. And I'm like, why? Because look, if I turn it, it moves. Yeah, you're turning it. So don't turn it and it won't move. So what happens? It's got a plastic nut in there. I tighten it, the nut cracks. Right. So I say, honey, bad news. Basically, I know, listen, this is my job. I know. We need a new light fixture. That's the bottom line. This is what women don't understand. So she says to me, oh no, just buy another nut. I'd love to live in blissful ignorance. She doesn't understand. It's a light fixture. It has a proprietary nut. You get it? I said, honey, and I'm explaining, honey, this is a light fixture. That nut is proprietary. What does that mean? I said, it means that the light manufacturer built it so it could never be repaired. So you have to pay them to get that nut again. Do you understand? They don't want you to be able to go to Home Depot and buy it for 5 cents. They want you to spend $20 on a new nut. Get it? Oh, no, they have that at Home Depot. No, they don't. Oh, you just don't want to do the job. Oh. Ah. I go to Home Depot. I go to Home Depot basically to get out of the house. I'm walking the aisles of Home Depot. I don't even know why I looked, but I did look. Couldn't find it. What a surprise. I come home. Yeah, Home Depot didn't have it. Oh, you didn't look. You didn't look the right way. Now she goes online and she orders a nut online. By the way, it's $2. It's $1.99 for the nut. And I'm looking at it and it says the inside and outside diameter. Okay? She ordered a nut about this big. I don't know how to explain it to you. But because it looked like the picture, that's what the one she ordered. So I said, that's too big. No, it's not. That's the one. Look, that's the one. Okay, order it. Order it. I can't wait till it comes so I can wrap it around your head. Look, it's a necklace. I'm going to put it on a finger like a wedding ring. Anyhow, So there's that. I mean, you know, that's a lot of fun. I'm over here now. I got to go to school. I'm like, all right, how much do I got to bring him? $70. I'm like, $70? Well, what kind of book club is this? I never bought more than $5 to school. We used to go on field trips to the Whaling Museum. $5. I'm like, who's putting the gas in this bus? You understand? If I was a teacher right now, I'm telling you right now, I don't know what they got to do. Talk to the principal about field trips. This type of thing. There'd be a field trip every other week. You get it? Oh my God. Anyhow, I go down to the school. Guys, I don't know if you've been down to an elementary school lately. Forget about your testosterone replacement therapy. You want to feel like a real man? Walk into the elementary school. I walked in. I was like, whoa. Give me, I don't know, a rag for each shoulder, and I'll walk down the hallway and clean the lockers on either side. Oh my God, I felt like a giant. I was like Big John Studd. When I went to elementary school, I remember being lost in this building. Oh my God, you go in there now? I'm walking through the hallways. I'm like, I walk by the cafeteria. I'm like, what is that, the fucking bathroom? This is like fantastic. I go in, I sit down at one of the desks just as a joke. My knees are like ready to crack the desk. Oh my God. No more chalkboards. I'm like, where's the chalkboard? Come on. Remember how, this is how we got duped in school. Remember when at the end of the class, the teacher was like, who's going to wash the blackboard? And everybody was like, oh. Are you fucking kidding me? If I wish I could go back. Yeah. No, wash the sheet yourself, bitch. You're not paying me. Okay? I love this. It's like self-checkout at Home Depot. The guy goes, come on, self-checkout's open. I say, no, pal. You're not paying me. You're not paying me to be a cashier. Go fuck yourself. I'll wait for the cash register lady. Come on. I'm sitting here with an arm full of shit. You're dropping it all over the place. You can't get a bag. Then you want your ID if you're going to buy a can of spray paint. I got to wait for this hammerhead to get off the phone to come and clear me for my ID. Then they don't ID and I get pissed. I find that happening lately. If I get people don't even ask for the ID now when I go out to buy beer and stuff. That happened. That used to happen. That was a thing. I get ID'd, deep into my 30s. Now I don't get ID'd. I'm like, what kind of fucking place, what kind of establishment are you running here? How come I'm not being ID'd? Anyhow, I walk past the gymnasium. I'm like, oh my God, where's the fucking parachute? That's all I want to know. In elementary school, I made a pact with myself. We had a gym teacher, Mr. Papalotti, all right? He came out with the fucking record player. Remember the record player with the speaker, built-in speaker on it? It was like wrapped in leather, this type of thing. Oh yeah, this record player could be in an earthquake and the needle wouldn't skip. You understand? Mr. Papalotti used to come out from the AV room. I got news for you right now. Where are all the AV monitors today? They're all hedge fund managers now. Yeah. We used to have an AV monitor, Michael Corelli. Look him up. I don't care. Look him up. He would push the big rack with the TV and the VCR. You understand? That old time VCR was like, one head. We used to kick him in the ass as he walked by. It was like the thing to do. It's like, hey, Michael, get the TV over to biology. A douche, right in the ass. Come on, he used to listen to Meatloaf. He'd bring his Meatloaf tapes and stack them on the desk. It's like, come on. Nobody listens to Meatloaf, especially a high school kid. Anyhow, I don't know. Him and the history teacher, Mr. Nelson, another winner. him and Michael would talk Meatloaf. Like, you're real cool. Yeah. Talking music with the history teacher. Oh my God, history teachers. I got news for you right now. And we had a history teacher, Mr. Blake. He was in love with the Constitution. That was his whole thing. You know, the Constitution, like the Constitution was so cool. You know, a lot of people don't, the Constitution, he'd always talk about the Constitution. Nobody gave a fuck. Like what? The Simpsons are on. Remember when The Simpsons was a new show? Everybody was talking about The Simpsons. We don't give a shit about your Constitution. Anyhow, elementary school, you had the parachute. Mr. Pepolotti would come out with the record player and play Eye of the Tiger. It's like, oh my God, remember the warm-up? You'd run around the gymnasium. The Eye of the Tiger. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow, ow. We used to have the shorts pulled all the way up, you understand, with the stripes on the side, the striped socks, this type of thing. Come on. Come on. $5 pair of sneakers on. I was the biggest embarrassment in gym. They'd have ropes. I got news for you right now. They had ropes to the ceiling of the gymnasium. They were like climb. Can you imagine? They'd bring out these wrestling mats that were about this thin. Yeah. It was like, why don't you just put newspaper under us while you're at it? Some schools, I was fascinated. Some schools you would go and their wrestling mats were like this, that thick rubber. We had canvas wrestling mats that were about this thin. Yeah. It was like landing on a pizza box. If you fell off the top rope and kids would slide down and burn their hands, you'd be crying. It was great. If you didn't leave gym class crying, you get a failing grade. But I remember, I had no upper body strength. I couldn't climb the fucking ropes. I'm like, what are we doing here? Mr. Pepolotti, I used to get up to the rope, you know, with my pasty white ass cheeks hanging out of the bottom of my fucking booty shorts that we'd be wearing. I'm like, don't you see there's no musculature here? I'm not climbing. There's no climbing going. I couldn't climb. Same thing with pull-ups. Then it was off the pull-ups. I couldn't even do one. Serious. I can bang them out now, baby. I can bang them out now, baby. But I mean, ow. But there was no pull-ups being done. Anyhow. It was those little skateboards. I remember we had these little, I don't know what they were. They were like little squares with wheels on them, dolly wheels. And we used to wheel around on them. It was the weirdest thing. I've never seen these things ever again. It's like they weren't skateboards. If you tried to skateboard on them, you fall off. Because they were all dolly wheels and they were like casters. But you'd sit on them and then you'd link your legs together with everybody else. Almost like a big worm. And then Mr. Pepolotti would pull you around the fucking gymnasium. Like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever. Get me back to gym class. But I remember the moment that they pulled out the parachute. And I said, oh, this is... we started shaking the parachute up and down. And then they would throw the balls on top of the parachute. And the balls would go flying to the ceiling. To the ceiling of the gymnasium. And then we bring the parachute all the way up and make a big mushroom and we would all walk to the center. And I said, Jesus Christ, this is what athletics is all about. I said, I'm going to be, in my mind, I said, I'm going to be the Michael Jordan of the parachute. That was what I was thinking. Even though Michael Jordan didn't even exist yet, but you know, so that's a lie. But I said, I'm going to be a professional parachute guy. This is my calling. And then got into the junior high, and I remember going to gym class and saying, I see we got the partition cutting off half the gym. I never understood that. Yes, that was necessary. A wall, there was a rolling wall that would cut the gym in half. How, what? So we didn't have that in elementary school. What? And it used to come out and unfold, and like, what is this wall here? Huh? I don't know. We used to throw basketballs off of it as hard as we could. Because the bottom would move. Kids and pieces of shit. Anyhow, anything. We used to jump in front of it when it was about to close. I want to know how many kids got smashed in the wall. Remember the door would close and you'd run back and forth? The teachers never said anything to you. They're like, yeah, go ahead, fucko. Let's see if you make it. Anyhow, we got into junior high, and I remember they sent us into the locker room, and I was like, oh boy. There was like a feeling in the locker room, like a rape could happen. You understand? They're like, okay, you're gonna go into this dark, dank room that has a very specific smell to it. I don't know how to explain it. Yes, it's a mixture of a hamper and body odor. And somebody that just took like a dump in the trough sink. So what's it going to be? Now you're going to go into this room. You're going to take off your clothes now in front of everybody else. I was like, I'm out. Flunk me. I don't care. I want out. And then I turned the corner. I saw the showers. I was like, I was like, there's no way in fucking hell I'm taking off my clothes and getting in a shower. That was it. Those days were over. I don't know how many rapes happened before. Listen, I got news to you right now. We had showers in junior high. We had showers in high school. We never used them. We never used them. So what happened? Well, I want to know what happened. Between the locker room and I guarantee you go down to the boiler room and there was like in front of the boiler there was like a stack of condoms, like pistachios in front of on the side of the cop car from Naked Gun. Huh? Anyhow, I was like, I ain't taking no clothes off in this place. I got news for you right now. And if you saw these gym teachers, my God, they look like they had like a gym office. The gym office was inside the locker room. I always thought that was kind of unusual. And they had glass panels so they could watch the boys. I'm like, what are these guys doing in here? Number one, they're probably tying one on. I mean, if you're a gym teacher and you're not drinking, get out of my school district. That's what I'm telling you right now. What kind of gym teacher doesn't drink? Anyhow, I got my gear on. I come out. I'm like, all right, where's the parachute? And everybody's looking at me like, this is junior high. No more parachute. I was like, what? No. We're the little skateboards, you know, that we're gonna lock legs together, you know? Make the flower pattern and spin around. No, we're not doing that anymore. That's great. Yeah. I mean, just more and more disappointment as you get older and older. That's basically what happens. When you're young, everything's magical. You know? What's next? That's what I want to know. What's next? You don't get the little milk containers at Delwood anymore? How about that one? I mean, hopes and dreams down the toilet. That's all I got to tell you right now. So anyway, I go into the school, and number one, I wanted to say, where I walk into this elementary school, I want to say, where is the principal? Because I would have grabbed her by the hair and I would have been like, what? All right. I mean, what do you want me to do? I wanted to confront the principal. I don't know why. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. When you're a principal, all right, there's a hubris about you. You got to be a certain kind of person to be a principal. And they walk into the school and it's like, good day. You can't smile, right? You're the principal, this type of thing. You know, you got to yell at the teacher. We had a principal, all right? She was like an 85-year-old woman. She wore a kilt. All right, she was like Scottish or something, Mrs. Quinn. And she would walk into the class while the teacher was teaching and sit in the back of the room like this. And if you ever got out of line, she'd grab you by the ear and she'd pull you right into the office. I remember on the bus, Joey Vazone called her a bitch. She snatched him up by the ear. Like a Buddhist monk. She was like, and Joey was like, that bitch didn't take anything, baby. To call the principal a bitch back then, it was like you get expelled. By God. This is 81. This is, no, how old are you? You're 5 in this is for first grade. 81? We were like, the kids were like, whoa. Vazone, he's Italian. What do you want? You know, this type of thing. This type of thing. These Italians, they're, you know. Anyhow. I walk in, I see the teacher. Hi. I sit down there, and she's like, yeah, so it's going to be $70. So I got news for you right now. Somebody sent me this wallet, okay? And the worst thing I ever did was put this wallet in my pocket. All right, because number one, I'm probably the opposite, the complete opposite of a bad motherfucker. You understand? And for some reason, this wallet has tortured me more than anything else in my life. So I'm sitting there with the teacher. I'm saying, oh, okay. So I pull out my wallet, and it comes out bad motherfucker first. And the teacher looks at the wallet, and then she looks at me, and I was like, you know, if you have this wallet, you got to own it. You know, I should have gave her a look like, that's right, honey, you want to pull your fucking panties down now? Come on. I don't know. Hey, Mrs. Quatella. That's my third grade teacher. Let me see your snatch hairs. I mean, but I was just like, I folded. I was like, let me get the $70 out. And I love it. You know, my wallet, I got news for you right now. All right, there's no money in it. There's receipts. Okay? I mean, I had to scratch at the time, but I basically pulled it out and, you know. Callahan here. So I know she's going to put that down on her chart or something like that. Yes, Max's father, bad motherfucker wallet. Red flag. Child Protective Services. I'll notify them immediately. That's great. Okay, turn off the scanner. Just to turn it back on. And here we go. Yeah. Reporting for duty. Just like that, we're scanning for crimes. Yeah. If you pull out, let me tell you something. If you pull out a wallet like this, you got to have that fingernail. Did you ever see somebody? One of the most intimidating things to me, listen, you can take your MMA and flush it down the toilet. I don't care if you're at a bar and you have a gi on. Okay? I'm so, I don't know, maybe dumb. I think that I could take down a karate or jiu-jitsu practitioner. I said, listen, they gotta get past one of these cement mixers, baby. All right? If they get past that, then I'm in trouble. But I'm telling you right now, I know what these guys do. They get low on you, and it's gonna be a hook. You understand something right now? A Tommy Morrison left hook, or it's gonna be an uppercut right under the chin. You know, there's I think I have a chance. All right, I know I don't have a chance. Anyhow, I'm not afraid of your jiu-jitsu. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Maybe I should be, but I'm very dumb, so I'm not. And I'm afraid of a guy with a long fingernail. That's the truth. You ever see these guys? I see them every once in a while. They have like the pinky nail that's long. It's frightening to me. I would not mess with a guy like that. Anybody that has the, mental ability to grow a fingernail like that out in public, there's something deranged about that person. I'll stay away. Yeah. Remember Harvey Keitel in Taxi Driver? Didn't he have the long pinky nail and it was painted like with nail polish? I'm like, goodbye. I see that guy. I'm coming down the street and I see him coming the other way. Goodbye. I don't know what. I'll climb the fire escape. I'm out. I'm out of here. With this long pinky nail. What is it for? What is it for? Coke? Do you really need to sniff cocaine that bad? I mean, come on. Can you pull it out? Carry around a spoon. And are you fooling anybody with that nail? Oh, yeah. If I'm a policeman and I see you with this long fingernail, that nail's probably for cocaine. Okay? So we have an avid drug user here. Not just a normal drug user. He had to grow an appendage on his body to do the drugs. Yes. Yes. That's like if I convert my ankle into an ashtray for smoking pot. I don't know. I'm not going near this person. Very unstable. Yeah. He had a bad motherfucker wallet and an extended pinky nail. Extended pinky nail. It's like send the cops over there right now. I don't know. I don't know if you could tell by now, but there's not much of a show going on. Okay? I don't know how to even tell you. Right now, in my head, I'm formulating on like what we should do for the next half hour. So, bear with me. So my nightmare wife and kid are on vacation. Well, my wife's on vacation from work. My son's on recess, winter recess right now. So it was my day off the other day. So I'm like, we're all sitting around, and you got to understand something. As a married man, you can't be idle for too long, because the next thing you know, there's a list of things to do a mile long. It's like you got to be a shark when you're a married man. You just got to keep on moving. You understand? I mean, you got to pretend like you're working. This is what you got to deal with. You understand? Yes. So I say, hey, let's go bowling. I came up with this brilliant idea. I don't know why. I said, anything but this right now. You're all sitting around. It's the afternoon. There's nothing to do. It's freezing cold outside. I said, let's go down to the bowling alley. Haven't been to the bowling alley in a long time. So everybody's like reluctant. My son, he doesn't want to go bowling. I'm like, what kind of kid are you? What kind of kid are you? Do you understand something? The idea, when I was a kid, the two greatest things ever were to go bowling, or because if somebody was having a birthday party, you would go bowling and be like, oh my God. And we didn't have any bumpers back then. Can I tell you that right now? You were throwing gutter balls the whole time. You want to talk about dejection? You have no idea. Anyhow. And to go to McDonald's. Those are like the two greatest things in the world. Anyhow, so I gotta drag my son to go bowling. Can you imagine? Anyhow, we go in there, and I'm like, the bowling alley's empty. I'm like, this is it. We got free reign of the place. It's fantastic. I go up to the front desk. I'm like, number one, the lady at the bowling alley desk has an attitude a mile long. I don't mind. You're the bowling alley clerk. I didn't expect, 5-star service here. I get it. I say, yeah, 3 people. We're gonna bowl. I'm thinking we'll get a discount for the kid. No, that's not happening. 3 people, two games, $66. I was like, what? Huh? I know, Rita. I know. I couldn't believe it. Well, a game was like, what, $2.50? I know, back then, when you used to write your own score. Yeah. We used to go down to Werner's in Lindenhurst, write your own score. I think it was like $1.50 a game. The shoe rental was like 75 cents. Anyhow, you go there and they gave us our shoes. I need to get a 14. Yes. I'll have the, what size shoe? I said 14. She's got to go all the way to the right. So number one, she's got to walk 3 miles to the end of the cabinet. They're all the way at the bottom. She pulls them out. Nobody ever uses them. They're full of dust, this type of thing. We get the shoes. And I love it. I love it how the 14s never get updated. Everybody else got modern shoes. My wife's got these shoes. They look like Nikes. My son, he had little shoes. They had these nice little Velcro things on them. I'm like, they were brand new. Mine come out, and they look like beat up, like somebody was, I don't know. Somebody ran over them with a tractor. And my son looks at, they're the old school ones with the stripes, you understand? Half red, half blue. My son goes, oh, Dada, you got bacon shoes. They look like bacon. I was like, they look like bacon. You got bacon shoes. All right. So anyhow, we go over to the fucking, they got plastic now between all the lanes. You understand? Now, they put us next to, the entire bowling alley's empty. They put us right next to somebody else in the next lane. I was like, I can't believe this. I can't believe it. Now, you got to understand something right now. I have a thing about, how would you say it? Like bowling ethics. Is it called ethics? No, bowling. I lost my vocabulary. I swear to God. After like 35, my vocabulary's gone. There's a certain way you conduct yourself. For example, it drives me nuts when somebody on the next lane is bowling. You don't step out onto the wood. And I'll try to explain that to my 5-year-old, by the way, who's doing laps around the bowling ramp machine that shoots the balls out. He's running laps around it. Yes. That's great. While the other people are trying to bowl, by the way. And I'm trying to explain to him, son, it's in bad taste to step out onto the wood while somebody else is bowling. Yes. And my wife, I try to explain that to her, and she rolls her eyes at me like, what are you, making up rules? No, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Because you don't want to be concentrating on your bowling game, and out of the corner of your eye, you see a 5-year-old juggling bowling balls. That's right. So anyhow, so I'm looking at the food menu, by the way, here. I'm done with bowling alleys here. They have flatbread sandwiches, and what was the other thing they had? And craft beer. I got news for you right now. I go to a bowling alley. I want hamburgers. I want hot dogs. I want pizza. Pizza. Greasy pepperoni pizza. I don't want flatbread. With a Grenache sauce. I want Budweiser on tap. I don't need Brooklyn Lager. I want Budweiser. Put to even Michelob. Not Ultra either. Old school Michelob. Schlitz. This type of thing. You understand? I want the ball washing machine. The arcade is shot, by the way. The arcade is shot. For some reason, you can't have guns in an arcade anymore. You can't have any type of arcade with any type of shooting violence anymore. So you go over there and it's like one of these things, you play conga drums. I'm out. Another game where it's like you press down on these heads, but it's not like wampum. It's another thing. It's everything's so friendly and boring. And boring. The arcade is shot. You understand? The arcade is where all the drug addicts would hang out back in the old days. You understand? Leather jackets, all the metalheads over there. You took their life into your hands going into the arcade. No pro shop. I'm like, where's the pro shop? They shut down the pro shop. Can you imagine that guy? Could you imagine? Could you imagine your kid having a career day at school? Hey, Dad, hey, Dad, you got to come down for career day at school. And he's like, all right. He comes down there and goes, hey, kids, do you mind if I smoke? They let me smoke in the bowling alley. I run the pro shop. Yeah. Basically, you come down, I drill holes in your ball, for your fingers to fit. Yeah. I make like, I don't know, 20 grand a year. It's free cigarettes from the vending machine. Stay in school, kids. I mean, this type of thing. The vending machines. What happened to cigarette vending machines? Remember you used to pull them and get the soft pack? Oh, the soft pack. You pull it out of your pocket, you go like this. And a cigarette comes out. You rip the top off for freshness. The soft pack basically said, you're going to smoke this pack today. You rip the top off. They're going to go stale. So you better smoke it today. The whole pack. The soft pack was encouragement for smoking. Yeah. Anyhow, what are you going to do? The bowling alley's a shot. You know what? I bowled a 173. I was happy with that. Yeah. I just throw the ball as fast as I can. Do you understand? I learned a secret from my buddy Scott. He doesn't even know he taught me this, but just by watching his bowling physics, what he would do is, you know what makes the balls explode? My whole mission when I go to the bowling alley is I want to see the balls explode. And the only way to make the balls explode is, you think it's from arm speed, like whipping your arm like this. It's not. It's forward motion of the body. So, arm is one thing, but what you want to do, and this is what my friend used to do, you run and slide and have forward momentum of your body along with the arm speed, and when that ball hits the pins, it's like Fred Flintstone. You ever see the Flintstones when the pins are like, they go flying over, the one pin goes and gets stuck in the side? Yeah, baby. I just want to see the pins fly apart. I don't care about the score. I just want to see the pins explode. Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me? The next day, my shoulder was so sore. This is the great part about getting old, okay? I played 2 games of bowling. You understand? And by the second game, I was like winded, to be honest with you. But by the middle of the second game, I was like, oh boy, I might need to go back to the fucking gym again or something. I don't know. Guys, all right. Anyhow. I guess what are we going to do today? We're going to talk about a game. This just dawned on me. We've been neglecting the Super Nintendo lately, and that's a big problem. I know, because people tell me that. I love these people. I love these people that enter my life to tell me how to run the show. You haven't been doing a lot of Super Nintendo lately. Oh, really? Let me drop everything. I'm going to drop everything for you. So we're dropping everything for you. You're welcome. Anyhow, when I think about the Super Nintendo, I think about the magic of the Super Nintendo on launch. Okay? Because nothing, I'm going to tell you something right now, nothing was more spectacular than the entrance of the Super Nintendo. You have to understand something, guys. We went from Nintendo, this is why I love to talk about this subject, because I was there. Prime time. You get it? So I have the authority to talk about it. And it makes me happy. Yes. Because a lot of younger guys, I don't know if they really understand. Young guys, if they're, enthusiastic about retro video gaming. I was there. And a lot of us were there. It was very exciting. So when the Super Nintendo came out, guys, you got to understand something. From the Nintendo to the 16-bit era, it was so very exciting. You thought when the Nintendo hit, you thought this was it. This was like the greatest thing ever. So when the Sega Genesis came out, you were like, like the graphics were knocking you over the head. It was almost too much to handle. And then the TurboGrafx came out, and you're like, oh my God, it's incredible. You couldn't get enough. But when the Super Nintendo came out, it was something special. It was the graphics, the Mode 7, it was so pretty, it was so colorful. The sound, the music. I remember you'd hear strings and horns. I've talked about this before. And horns and stuff, and this type of thing. And he was just like, oh my God, this is it. It'll never get better than this. It's impossible. At home? So, when Rex got the Super Nintendo, you could not pry me away from his house. You got to understand something. It was after school. It was go over Rex's house. Weekends, could I sleep over Rex's house? I just wanted to be there and experience it. You understand? Rex has smallpox? Okay, yeah, move over, buddy. I would have been, in bed with them together. I brought a box of tissues. Yes, all right. Can we turn on, Final Fantasy II now? And I'll watch you play. I didn't even have to play. I could have just watched you play. It would have been fine with me. I just wanted to experience it. So here we go. I talk about the titles that Rex had coming out. He had R-Type. R-Type 2, was it? Horrible game. Yes, we know. Not a horrible game, but yes, a horrible game. Too hard, and it starts you back at the beginning of the level. You get that. Final Fantasy 2, ActRaiser, John Madden Football. Okay. All right. But one of the games I don't talk about is UN Squadron. And now, you got to understand something. I did not like UN Squadron at all when it came out. And it's not because it was a bad game. It's not because I didn't like side-scrolling shooters. I loved them. But there was so much other stuff going on. We had Pilot Wings. You never saw anything like Pilot Wings before. 3D, Mode 7 scaling. This was like absolutely incredible. So it was just bad timing for UN Squadron in my case. Because it was like, we could play Final Fantasy II, most epic of all epic types of role-playing games. We can play ActRaiser, where it had this like city development, Sim City kind of vibe to it. Then it would go into this awesome graphics platformer / almost like a beat 'em up type of deal. Not a beat 'em up, but you get the idea. More of a platformer, but with these wild graphics and an intense sound. And you're gonna put on a shooter. I was like, not now, pal. Not now. I got it with my TurboGrafx. I got it with my Sega Genesis. It just wasn't what we wanted to experience. So what is it like now to look back at UN Squadron? I swear I haven't played it since 93? I'm going to take a guess at that? Since 93? And chalk it up as one of the greatest Super Nintendo shooters of all time, shall we? I mean, wouldn't everybody agree? I think so. Picture time. All right, let's get the controller. Tap into the Edison line. Pipe through the Sansui 1010. Charging atomic batteries. Kill the lights of attrition. And move you into prime time position. I don't think you're supposed to put your hands directly on the heater. The nerves are so dead in my hands, I don't think it matters. All right, here we go. All right. Here we go. Yes, Super Nintendo. We got a ways to go. P-S-T-U. Oh, not a lot of U's, right? UN Squadron, baby. Here we go. What did I say? 91. All right, 91. Here we go. Capcom. Yes. Let's not forget about that. God, I remember the bass in this song. It is, here's the grab it. That's what I'm talking about. The music on the Super Nintendo. Look at this. Oh, come on, Mode 7, give it to me! This was big time stuff. 91, are you kidding me? That's another thing. I'm like, this is a shooter. What is that craft? It looked like a, I'm like, what are we flying here? Pan Am 747? Anyhow. Game start. I want to say that this game was hard. I remember this game being so hard. Oh, come on, that bass is kicking me right in the nuts! Alright, how are we gonna be? This guy, right? Yep. We have the guy from, Emilio Estevez over here. Jeez, who's popping that bass? Alright. It's the trainer from Rocky. What do we got here? Level 1, right? Yeah, we're off. Oh. Alright, hold on. Decisions to make here. We got 3. Let's get this so we can hit it. I guarantee you we hit it right out of the gate by accident. Yeah. What's the problem, old man? Come on, let's go. Yeah, I'm sure. Let's go. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. What the hell's going on here? Yes. Oh, exit. That's embarrassing. Oh, yeah. Oh, here we go. Okay. This is nice parallax scrolling. Yes. Here's a problem with Super Nintendo shooters. They never had really aggressive music. You're gonna find Space Megaforce suffers from the same thing. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, we're in trouble. Okay, come down. Get rid of those scumbags. Oh, shit. Come on. Oh, boy. Slow down. Super Nintendo style. This is a nightmare. It's still a nightmare. Oh boy. Whoa. Whoa. Oh! Jesus! Can we start back there again? Alright, we get level 2 ship? Yes, please. Let's try this bomb here. Thank you. Are we from the beginning? Alright, one more shot at this. Alright, guys? Yes. The auto fire is cycled, which is annoying as hell. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Oh, come on. Oh, get rid of that, asshole. Come on. Oh, that's right, we have bombs. Oh, I'm a moron. All right. Boy, if ever a game needed auto fire. All right. Where's the scum of the earth? Here you go. Oh, come on. Where's my super weapon? Oh, Jesus. All right, you know what? You're giving me a headache already. I mean, guys. Do you realize you just tuned into the greatest video game program in the history of human civilization? And you better believe that. With the 4K face! We'll see you next time.